Hello everyone and welcome to another Gran Turismo video where we're doing daily race C. In fact, I'm in the BRZ because last time we had a tyre wear race and I tried out doing different tyre wear, I got told to try out this car. So this time I am trying out this car, and as you can see, the Genesis behind me there is firing past me so quickly as we head towards turbos. This BRZ is quite slow. So when we do beat the meta in this car, which I'm not sure when that's going to be. By the way, if you haven't voted for beat the meta before, do let me know in the comments if you want to see a car that we've not done before, by the way. We have done quite a few now, but do let me know in the comments and I'll add it up in the votes, as I do keep those votes being updated, and then I will do that car when I get to it. Coming through here, though, we have dropped to the back of the grid. We're going to talk about two things in this race. We are going to talk about the tyre wear, because that's one half of the point of this video, and the other half is the infinity loading screens that are happening at the moment. Now, for those that don't know, as we go through this right-hander, we're going to go alongside the Genesis. Let me get back to those loading screens in a second as we go into the left-hander, then round the outside of that Genesis, and it looks like we have got that position. So in terms of those loading screens then, so the very first race you could do when the patch had finished and updated and the online services resumed, I did the daily race C, and you may have seen in that video, I showed you the blank grid. So I reported that the very second it happened. I reported it and said there could be an issue, and you know, it's there for PD to look into, essentially, because I can report this kind of stuff. So obviously that was done, and we've experienced it ever since. So PD do know about this, by the way. So it's like, oh, hello, somebody's pit walled themselves there as we gain another place. PD do know about this, so it's a case of they must be looking into it, and it must be quite serious if it's not fixed like as quick as it has been. It sounds to me like it's going to be a patch, if I'm honest with you. I don't know anything, by the way, as we go through this right-hander around the outside of that Z4. We're going to continue on out of here then, side by side with the Z4 there of Lord Lloyd. As it just pushes me up a little bit there. Just misjudged the distance there. That wasn't dirty. I was just trying to take a racing line, not realising I was still as we continue on through then. I am Nick Hello there on the left-hand side. Well, going very slowly. Slight tap on the Z4 then. We're going to try around the outside of that Z4. Look at this. Here we go. Side by side. Gives me space. And we continue on through. So, yes, I think it's going to be a patch that's going to need to be done for Gran Turismo, which I believe is why it's probably going to take a bit longer. That's my guess anyway, because it has to go through some validation checks, etc., in terms of PlayStation and Sony. And that would be my guess of when it gets fixed. So I reckon we're going to see some maintenance at some point and then that get fixed. Needs to be soon, if I'm honest with you, because it's ruining a lot of people's experiences at the moment in Gran Turismo. By the way, just to clarify, I do not work for Gran Turismo. Some people think I work for them every single time I do a patch video or things like this, and I don't work for them. I literally make content, and obviously I am friends with Gran Turismo because of my live... Oh, hello, Nick's gone round there as we go down the inside of the Z4, but I am friends with the Gran Turismo folks there, PD, because I've done so many live events. I'm very much friends with quite a few people there. But yes, I do not work for them. So just to clarify there, I do not work for PD. So people saying I should do stuff, I can't do stuff if I don't work for them. FYI. Okay, right, let's get back into this race then. We've caught up to it. Oh, hello, nearly to the back of the RCZ there of Nathan Wolfboy as we go into the right-hander then. And the RCZ, by the way, is a very good car at this track. It always has been, even in GT Sports. So Wolfboy there trying to break the slipstream. Gave me a little bit of a fake there. Kind of like that. As we continue on. We're going to take their racing line now as we head towards turn 1. We're going to absolutely send it. This BRZ not very good on the brakes at all, but Nathan decides to go on the slippy stuff. So thank you very much, Nathan. I will take that. And I actually did say thanks, mate, at the time as well, if you can lip read. Right, through here we go. Oh, do we catch it? Yes, we do. We do catch it indeed. Yeah, the infinity load screens, I haven't actually worked out a pattern as to why they happen yet. I did try when I was doing Beat the Meta, because I ended up with 2 of them, I think. 2 infinity loading screens. Couldn't see a pattern to it at all, so yeah, it is what it is. I did think that maybe it's because we're on different like lap times done on different patches. Maybe it was that, but we're in a new week and they're still happening. So yeah, I don't know. It sounds like something very serious, though, if it's, you know, they haven't been fixed yet. So hopefully it gets fixed soon. Of course, they did have the eSport event as well. So some of the team, I imagine, were there. So maybe less staff there to fix it. I don't know. But it would be nice to get some communication. That's one thing I have always said, and I say it everywhere. I would love instant communication to say that they know about it and they're looking into it. As we see somebody very much coming back from Narnia there. Kel's in the Porsche and somebody else in the pits. I'd advise not pitting in this one, but I know some of you have to, especially if you're on controller. You may have to as well, because it's just difficult to stay on track. If you are losing your tyres around lap 11, lap 12, like some people are doing, I know JT here has done. I think Aaron up ahead there has hit the pit wall. So JT struggling on tyres. You're going to have to pit in this race, JT. there's no point trying to survive this because you're just losing out. So pit halfway and just go for it is my word of advice there for you. We're going to go alongside Aaron, and we're going to actually make it down the inside here. 3 wide into turn 1 we go. Do we get it stopped? We do indeed. 2 positions in 1 go. Happy days. This BRZ, very good on tyres, as you're seeing, still in that left-hand side. Plenty of tyres to go here. And I wasn't actually on +5 brake balance either for most of this race. I had changed it to +5 about lap 8, I want to say. As we see here, the Porsche struggling again, lap 13. You just lose so much time when those tyres disappear from you. Like, literally, if you're losing 3 seconds a lap, I think it's more beneficial to go in the pits, to be honest, and really benefit from the extra lap time. But it's up to you, folks, when you do this race, of course, as we go through the right-hander. And I'm not setting up any of these cards, by the way. This is stock setup. I'm just changing the brake balance as we get towards the end here. Final corner here. Going to finish in P4 the end. We were catching leaders as well. Congratulations to Mario Sonic. You see him all the time in the weekly race guide. He's won a race here as well. So congratulations to you there in that Peugeot RCZ. However, we're going to do another race and try out another car. A car which is very much at the top, or very near the top, on the tyre test that I do in terms of the car profiles. And that is the BMW M6 GT3 Endurance model. Yes, we're going to give this car a go and see how good or how bad my tyre test actually is, and maybe it has some. Now, if you're not subscribed, do subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up if you are enjoying this video, because we do car profiles, we do beat the metas, we do all sorts of content on here, Gran Turismo and ACC related, and it's all about testing stuff, giving the information out there, and having some fun as well, like we're doing in this race. As we are behind Dragon and now going through this left-hander. Oh, bit of oversteer. Now, we do know from the car profiles this car does suffer from that power oversteer load. Hello, what's going on up ahead? We've got somebody completely off the circuit there on the left-hand side as we continue on through. Look how clean Dragon was then. Realised they were catching up to the Porsche. Slowed the car down to not hit the Porsche, and we gained an advantage there from it. But really good, clean driving there from Dragon as we go into the right-hander. It feels like I'm in a Porsche Cup here because the RCZ very much drives like a Porsche as well as we head towards the left-hander here. Now, this BMW M6, obviously, at the start there was much quicker towards turn 1 than that BRZ. But is the BRZ better on tyres? Well, we're going to find out in this video as we continue on through here. We're catching the Porsche up ahead. Then going to go towards that inside line of the Porsche 911. We know that's a strong car. It's what I used in the weekly race guide as well this week as we head towards the chicane, then in towards the brake zone we go. The Porsche sends it. I see that. So I'm sort of half backing out of this then to try and go through here and continue on out. And there's a bit of lag there as well. You can see that on the Porsche. So I really became aware of it at this moment in time. So I'm going to have to be careful when I go to overtake the Porsche driver. Up ahead then we've got McLaren who taps the GTR around there. Round Ollie goes. We go past the McLaren as well of Interceptor. So 2 for 1 there. Happy days. We'll take that as we start lap number 2. We're going to go into this right-hander. So I was talking about communication with PD earlier on. I really wish they did do instant communication, as I say, just because, literally, if they even acknowledged it, then people know they're investigating it, as we see more lag there, causing me to lose a position to SC77 Fire. And I've always said as well, if PD said to me, oh, Tidge, can you just put this out via X, Y, Z methods, I'll happily do it, you know. I have no issues whatsoever just to give that information out there where it needs to be. I mean, people already think I work for PD, so what does it matter in reality as we head towards the left-hander then? But it would be good if they just gave us a bit of a news page there and said, we're aware of the problem and we are looking to solve said problem as we go down the inside of the RCZ then. That was sideways through the chicane. Are we going to get this done? Continue on through. Go, Tidge, go. We just get that done there and continue on out. So yes, please PD, if you do watch this, I know sometimes you do watch some of my videos, please do just put a little notification out on the website. It will help people understand that you are aware of it and that you are looking into the problem, or you already know what the problem is and ways that we can solve it as we continue on through turn 1. Then we have literally kept that position now from the RCZ. Slight tap up ahead between the 2 drives there, the Porsche and the Genesis. I do need to try out that Genesis. That is a car I haven't done in Beat the Meta yet. And it doesn't look like it's the meta this week either. So maybe that if that gets enough votes in this video, maybe it gets to the top of the leaderboard. It's very close to the top. Who knows? I think the McLaren F1 is top at the moment for those interested. So could be the McLaren F1 next. But let's look at this race then. The Porsche 911 down the inside there. They go in a defensive line. That always means we get a good run out this corner. That's what we try and do here. But that Porsche, so strong on exit, very confident car to drive there, and it's one I always recommend as a starter car if you are new to Gran Turismo. Gonna accelerate through the last corner then, side by side with the Porsche. Can we do this then? as we head towards the line. You've seen that lag there as well. I'm going to have to be careful with Katachi here as we head towards turn 1. But I'm going to try and be the last of the late breakers here as we go into this corner. We're still side by side. I think Katachi released the brakes a little bit there as we continue on through. Give them room on exit. Still side by side. Got to watch out for the RCZ though. As we go into here though, I do the old switcheroo because I knew that exactly that was going to happen there because they were trying to outbrake me on every corner. So when they try and do it there, it's always a case of do the switcheroo and you'll be fine. As we go through here, the lag there nearly forcing a pit maneuver because they just went forward. That was 10 meters or so. But we do gain that position and we catch up to the next pack then where we've got Pantom and Fire catching up to the next one. Doing some last two first challenges there by Fire. Let's see what Fire does here. Does Fire keep the position? Pantom. Oh, slight tap between the two. Tom's trying to keep it. We're going to accelerate towards Tom because I know they're going one way. That's left. As we go on the inside of Fire. Now, come into here. I went a bit too deep here, so I'm going to let Fire go here. That's why I let off there. Let them go. Continue on. It's just my fault with that slight tap. And we continue on racing. So no harm, no foul. Let's get on to lap number 8 then, where we are going to fight Fire as we head in towards turn number 1. Down the inside we go. Flipping that apex nicely. Going to accelerate out of here as quick as we can. Are we going to get ahead of Fire? Not quite now. I know Fire's not going to absolutely try and send it there and give me room. Look at that side-by-side action. There's a slight bit of rubbing. Nothing major there at all as we head towards this next left. I'm still trying round the outside here. Fire gets good. This is great racing. Brilliant racing as we go through the right-hander here. Still side-by-side. But we get a bit too much oversteer there. Fire's going to come back on ahead there. Brilliant stuff there. I did enjoy that one, Fire. As we go into the right-hander. As we slow it down nicely. Going to continue on through here though as we continue on, and we sort of both go for a little bit of oversteer moments there. I was trying to avoid it by turning in that bit more, and I'm going through here. I think Fire's trying to give me the position, but I didn't realize there. So then Fire's going to slow down on that left hand side. Just a bit confusing there in terms of letting me go, but hey, I appreciate it all the same. You didn't have to do that at all there really as we go into the left hander then. As we do this, what we're going to do is go for a bit of a journey ourselves. You don't see me spin very often, but there you have it. I went for a spin there. The wheels span up a bit too much. That turbo kicking in. That it does in this BMW M6 endurance model. And yeah, we span round there, waiting for everyone to go. And then we're going to continue on with this one. We do advance a bit further on in the race where our tyre wear is still looking great. I don't think others is as Toby heads towards the pits then. And we've got Interceptor up ahead as we go into the right-hander. Interceptor is going to hit the barrier. You can see my laughing there. We'll definitely get that in a short at some point. Then you can fully hear my reaction. It was hilarious. It was funny. And Lindsay came over and laughed as well at my laughing because of course she did. Right, anyway, we advanced to lap 14 then. Heading on to the final lap. You can see we've caught up to... I can't really say that name actually because she'll kick off behind me. The Greek there as we go down the inside. And we're going to look to get ahead of them. So they're struggling on tyre wear on this final lap. We still have tyres. So we're making it to the end here on tyres just, I would say, as we go into turn 1. We can outbrake anybody who doesn't have tyres with our tyres. And up into P9 we go. Let's advance further on in the lap then where we catch up to Nick from Wolfboy. Shown twice in this video, 2 races in a row. We catch up to Wolfboy. Going into this right-hander though. Wolfboy just struggling on those tyres. Slight bump draft there from myself. Didn't actually mean to do that, but I gave you good momentum out that corner. And that is potentially going to cost me this final place. Let's see what happens as we head towards the chicane. And we're going to go into the braking zone. So we're going to struggle on the exit is where I suspect here. So we're going to go into this corner, catch him up instantly. You can see the braking difference. Through there we go. Okay, Nathan's keeping it for now. Looks to go defensive. Takes back that racing line in as we go into the final corner here. And sort of in the middle of the road here. Couldn't really quite squeeze it here. Going to go on exit though. Try and power through. Not going to quite work here as we head towards the line. Nathan's going to go for a bit of weaving there to celebrate. But I nearly pit maneuvered you there. That's why I did that weird reaction. And that is going to be the end of that race. So the BMW M6 also can save tyres. Now, one key piece of information I would say for this race, you need a car which has tyres by the end. If you are losing your tyre wear, it's going to cost you too much in lap time. Try and find a car, even if it's slightly slower. If it's a 10th or 2 tenths a lap slower, it's fine because what you are after is to make sure you're not 4 seconds a lap slower on that final lap. And that is my advice for you. That's going to be it for this video. As I say, I don't work for PED. If I hear any more information about the Infinity loading screens, I'll let you know. And in terms of the weekly race guide, if you are struggling on this race, check that out there. My logo's there if you want to subscribe. A big thank you for watching as always, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.